Another day, another nickel in our pockets. Let's open up this shop because we got to do something. All right, phone's working, computer's working. Let's wash our hands and get this day started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing today? Welcome back to the Georgia Meth Shop. Now, guys, as you see, the dealership parking lot is very empty, y'all. We gotta get cars in this motherfucker because, and pardon my language, but right now we are running low with cars, you guys. We've been so stuck on customer cars. Think about it. We still have 2 more cars for customers that we got to work on. But here's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to work on a car for the dealership today. So we're going to put pause on these cars. It was initially supposed to be the Nova we were going to work on and then the Ford after. But we're going to put pause on that because we got to get a couple cars into this dealership. Now, I'm also thinking about clearing up the parking space a little bit. We have a ton of cars, and it's partially been my fault, honestly. But we got many cars that I'm going to have to get rid of little by little, just for whatever it is, you know? So we got to make some cachet. We got to make some money, you guys. And we got to put a car into this dealership. Now, I am thinking of what car to make for it. I'm thinking about this Ferrari 250. Maybe this one over here, the one that we just scrolled at before, if I could find it. Was it here? Where was it at? It was the Ferrari. Okay, this one, 250. Let me take a look at this one. Because, yeah, we got to get a car in that dealership, or a car in that parking lot at least. Okay, let me see. How much did I buy this one for? 157. I forgot what year model it is that it's over the roof expensive for that car. But I'm going to clear this up little by little. I'm going to figure it out because, as you guys see, we are crowded like hell with cars here in this parking lot. Okay. Let me figure out something, because that's the thing. We got to get something that will sell. I think this would be a good one to start off with. You know what? Fudge it. Let's work on this Ferrari 250, just because, yeah, I need to get a car out in the dealership. Or, you know what? No, let's put that away. Here's what we'll do. We'll make this... Okay. We'll make this a bit special here. Here's what we'll do, you guys. We're going to go in the truck right now. And we're going to go to the junkyard. And whatever car catches our eye is what we'll rebuild and get into this dealership. We'll do that. And because it's in the thing, the junkyard, we'll put a discount on it for you guys. All right, so let's take a look at what cars we have here in the junkyard that we can possibly build. We got this Cadillac, I don't know, Mustang, that would be an automatic no. Damn, what the hell is this? Nissan GTR Legends Edition, what the helly? We got an Audi R8 all-wheel drive. Okay, I think we might have that one high up there. Because I do want to get like a modern car that will get a couple people happy to come by. Okay, we got that. Not a couple old school muscle cars. I think we got another R8 here. All right, looks like R8 is winning the vote so far. V10. We'll see. Mitsubishi. Ooh, we got a Huracan, it looks like. Yup, Lamborghini Huracan, what year? 2014. Electric, though. This is an electric model. Time out. Whoa. Yeah, this is the electric model. Ah, Lord. We'll maybe come back to that one. We got this car. So there's a couple options here. We got Lambos, R8s. I think this is the No, I'm not interested in that. What is this? Shelby Carrera? No, I'm gonna go off of that. I'm really interested in that all-wheel drive R8. I think that would be a good fit. This Porsche, I got a couple that I need to get ready to pack up. This I don't really care about. I'm thinking that R8 low key. What is this? GTR Bin W05. Okay. Another Bin W. What is this? A Mazda? Or no, a Honda 2000. Okay. All right. So the cars are a bit iffy here. Okay. We have a SRT 8 Chrysler 3000. I'll take a look at it. What is this? Mercedes-Benz 1967. Wow. What the heck is this? A 2015 Hellcat. Okay. All right. I'll buy it just to have it in the garage. All right. So I think I've decided what car we're going to get building, because this is a race car. That'd be pointless. Ooh, what is this? Oh my God. This is the car that customer wanted. You know what? We'll work on that. We'll work on that instead. I'm going to buy that Audi V10 because I like it, and I think it'd be a good addition to the dealership. And I think I may get that Lambo also because I like it for the dealership. Just because electric, I think it'll get a fast, quick seller. Because, yeah, I need to get some cars out there into the dealership. This one's a 2014. All right, fudge it. All right, let's head back to the junkyard and get to work on that Porsche. All right, we're back. Okay. You know what? Let me get this. I have too many cars here. All right, let me put you in the parking lot. Let me sell this thing. I don't know. I'm seeing it now with those big wheels. No, I'm selling this thing. Sell that. Yeah, we'll make a couple bucks off of profit, but we're gonna get rid of that thing. All right. Okay, let's get to work on this Porsche Carrera GT, you guys. As you know, the customer for this vehicle that now wants a Ford was interested originally in this car. So certain things happen, etc. None of our business. But we're gonna work on this car. This is a Porsche Carrera GT, you guys. As you know, this was, sadly, if I'm not mistaken, the car that Mr. Paul Walker passed away in. These cars are very, very fast, you guys. They are not a toy. But let's stop the chit chat and let's get to work on this thing. So I already got the color and design in mind of how I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep it very simple, very, clean. It is a Porsche. At the end of the day, we're not going to go too crazy, but we're just going to make this thing look clean like butter. So I'm going to go with a gray, like a grayish tint. I'm trying to see. Is this it? I'm going to go with a gray, a light gray possibly, with base aluminum wheels. Whatever wheels it takes, we're going to put that model on and then go from there. Let's get the Ford Super Duty out of there. That's what we'll do. Just because I think it looks nice. This could be a car. It's going to be for the dealership anyways. I want it to be nice, simple, sleek design. Nothing too crazy that, will get the customer out of their barnacles. So, yeah, we'll get this car because, yeah, we need to get something into the dealership ASAP. We have an empty parking lot at this very moment, and that is not a good look. All right. Start off from the front and continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the bottom stripped down. It was very quick, easy, because this car is probably in pieces right now. So it was a quick one too. Surprisingly pretty simple. I like that though. Makes life way easier. Now I can tell this one has the motor that's a bit of a pain in the rear end. I could already tell. I could see it. Let's make sure to get all of this. Let's get this motor pulled out real quick. Oh my lord, this thing had oil in it? No way. I thought that thing was dead. Surprised. All right. It's crazy, y'all. Literally how it goes. When I don't need the car, that's when it wants to spawn and come alive for me to buy. But when I do need it, thing is nowhere to be found. Literally, it's so annoying. Because I was looking for one of these, but the problem was that I was struggling with it. And lucky enough, you know, he shot me a text and told me he wasn't interested in one anymore. So it made it easier. But shoot, before, oh my lord, it would have been a pain. All right, let's go take this thing to the car wash, get this thing cleaned up, looking brand new. But listen to the owners, if they're listening about the Nova, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm customers first, but we got to get a car out in this dealership right now, because right now we're looking not good at all. So please, I hope you can bear with me and understand that it's no hatred, none of that. It's just I got to do what I got to do. So if you could just bear with me, because you know I put customers first. I got to get a car out in this dealership. I really do, ASAP. Whoa, time out. I need to put one in ASAP, because if not, I am screwed badly. So we got to get something clean like a Porsche in there. There we go. All right, there we go. Got its body on. Let's get rid of majority of these parts that we don't need anymore. All right, don't need all that. Okay, let's get this thing painted up. Get the interior real quick first before I forget. All right, there we go. Has its nice clean seats. The interior in this car, I like this red brownish that they got going on. Pretty clean. Get this thing in the paint shop. Get this car's body looking new. So yeah, this is a factory color. I'll probably go with this gray. Probably this one. Or let me go. Let's go with this gray. The lighter color a little bit. Make that interior pop. So there we go. All right, let's get this thing on the lift, order the part, and get this thing going brand new. All right, let's get this thing moving. We got all the parts that it needs. I probably need the fan. Yep, I had a feeling. Let me get that real quick. All right, there we go. Get this thing looking brand new. Oh, what? Wait, did I put one in already? Or am I tripping? Oh wait, I did. God Lord, I need to wake up. I am tripping. I forgot I had to put one in. There we go. We got all new fresh parts for this Porsche. Gonna be brand new, 0 miles for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Always that one part missing. What the heck? Is this new? Bro, I'm not even noticing me putting on these parts. What the heck? What the heck is going on here? There we go. All right, anything else down here yet? Nope. Okay. I think we do got to get all of this still. All right, let's get to the bottom of this thing. All right, let's start from the rear end. Get this thing plugged in with everything it needs. This car is nice, low key though. It's a pretty nice car. Like, they're not too bad. Like you would think they'd be a bit ugly, but for this year model, is a pretty nice car, no cap. I think it looks dope. All right, let's continue getting this car pimped the heck out. All right, we got all of this, we got all of that. Whoa. Time out. There we go. Get this caliper installed. This side should hopefully soon be done. We got to get the transmission in, but we got to work on the motor first. That's going to be the only thing. I know this one's the one that's a pain in the rear end. Like, even to put oil, it's a pain. I remember this type of motor on a Lambo that we worked on. I think it was the one that we have on the car show one, or either that one or the one that was like a black and gold one that we made for a customer. It was one of those two, I think. It was like a pain, you guys, because the car is just so much shenanigans it takes. There we go. But we got it done. Customer enjoyed it. That's the only thing that matters. With this one, yeah, I was like, listen, the Nova, it can wait. You know, we're not in a rush with that. If anything, we're being generous. You know, I was like, we need to get a car out there. I walked in, I was like, nah, man, this parking lot is looking yuck. It is not looking good at all. I'm like, heck no, we cannot run like this. We cannot operate the business like that, man. So that's what we're doing. We're getting this car in. We do need to get like a truck also in there. And for the people probably wondering, because I know there's probably people, especially maybe the ones that are new, hey, why don't you just go to the dealership? You got, you know, tons of thousands, millions of dollars in your bank account. Why don't you just go to the dealership and get one? It's because our shop, our motto is that we rebuild the car. We get them from the junkyard, like what we're doing with this. We basically bring them back to life. That's the best way I could put it. The point of the dealership is that, you know, we bring the cars back to life, and it can be an older car, a newer car, etc. What makes us so good and separates us from other dealers is that with other dealerships, you're gonna only have them sell you new cars, and there's people that don't like new cars. There's people that like, you know, the older cars because there's not that much nonsense, you know, not that much sensors to deal with, not that much electronics, etc. So with us, what makes us so good is that we don't just sell new cars. We sell, you know, older cars that are brand new technically because they're brand new parts, everything off the lot. So that's what makes us so good. So yeah, we go out to the auction, yeah, sometimes, but it's not our motto. 90 8001s. It's not our type of cup of tea. That's the best way I could explain it. It's just not the way we operate. V10 980. All right, let's get work on this thing so we can get it ready for the dealership. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got this huge freaking motor the size of a freaking missile done. Dude, I'm telling you, this V10 is like crazy. Now, what I'm worried about is with these V10s, the problem is that to put oil in them, it's a pain in the rear end. You got to take apart of a couple things. So I hope that's not the case, but we might have to low key. Let me see, because yeah, the plug is covered up if I'm not mistaken. Where is it anyways? Where's the damn plug to this thing? Oh, I think it goes right here. Hold on, we got to put in the transmission. It's such a confusing car because of the parts and the way Porsche made it that you're like, where's the things at? I think I understand now what it is. The big transmission too that this thing takes. It's not a joke. God Lord. All right, let's get this thing plugged in here. Get this car ready to rumble for you guys. All right, let's come over here, do the same thing. I was wondering where the starter was. All right, let's get this starter in. It's a weird positioning too for a starter, low-key. This is the only car I've seen it like this on. Let's get the rims while we're at it. All right, let's drop this thing down. I'm trying to see where the damn oil plug to put oil in is in this thing. I don't see it. Unless I'm tripping, but is it up here maybe? Yep, right here. Okay. All right, so this isn't the one that's a pain in the rear end. I think it's a V12 then. I believe it was on that black and gold Lamborghini that we worked on, you guys, that you have to literally take it apart to put oil in. I believe it was maybe that one. I don't remember. So many cars we've worked on now that I've lost track. It possibly was the show Lambo. I gotta see. But no, that motor was a pain. This one wasn't too bad. It's just freaking a monster, this damn thing. Literally, the air filters are covering it up. It's big filters this thing got too in it. It's not even like a toy. All right, let's get this coolant. Then we got the windshield wipers and it's good to go. We got to get the wheels. Like I said, it's gonna have the base model wheels just because I'm not gonna go too crazy. I want people to be able to enjoy this car safely without no problems, so we'll keep it like that. Damn, that's a tank of a motor. God Lord. I do want to work on a C8, you guys. I know there's a C8 that we can make V12, so I gotta took a look into that. Let's get these wheels real quick because that would be crazy low-key. We're not gonna put race wheels. We're gonna put standard. No, we'll go sport. So it's size 20, 30, and then 325, I believe it is. 335. Wow. Big tires this thing uses. All right. And then the rims, like I said, will be the base model. So it's 20s. And then we'll get 4 of these. That's how. Yep. All right. Put them together. All right. There we go. Let's put them all together. Real quick. 2, 3, 4, and number 5. All right, you guys, this Porsche is officially complete. It looks nice too. I like the way it looks. Let's get this thing out here. Wow, this thing is clean, you guys. Let's start this sucker up. Oh my God. Damn. This thing is clean, low-key. I low-key like it. It's like a clean, nice car to drive. Very nice. I forgot. We got to change this license plate. We got to put the Birch one on because it's a brand new car. 0 miles, you guys. Well, 9. All right. Had to fix that real quick. 0 miles. Brand new. As you see, body, parts, frame, and interior are all 100%. Car's in great condition, you guys. Comes with 112 horsepower to this sucker. God Lord. Now, for what everybody's wondering, how much? There you go. $264,272, you guys. We bought this car for 17 grand, making over $240,000 in profit. There it is. This is possibly one of y'all's. Anybody interested? This can be yours. We're gonna get this thing right up at the front. We'll move the Lambo out of there. There's a couple cars I have to make an adjustment to, switch them out. Switch out Lambo Huracan. Yes, sir. Okay. The truck. Let's get this thing up here because it shouldn't be right there. All right. We got one car at least ready to rumble. Porsche Carrera GT, my people. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to come by the shop. Like I said, we'll probably get this one next. I like this a lot for the dealership, Audi R8. I don't think we've had an R8 yet in the dealership. Maybe a Lambo. I know we've had one. I low-key might go shopping for a couple cars. I'm trying to get rid of the ones I have in the parking lot because it's just so many that it's just so unnecessary for right now. But we're gonna wrap it up there. Let's get this Ford F350 in there. We'll work on this Nova the next time we come in. This will be the next task for us. I had to get a car out there ready to rumble, you guys. We'll leave this truck here. Thing looks like a beast too. I love the way this truck looks. I wish I could put a Coyote in it. I don't think I can. Yeah, they don't let you. It'd be dope to put a Coyote in this thing. But yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna wrap it up here at the shop. We're gonna shut this thing down. Let me see real quick. How are the phone calls looking? Okay. Too bad, not too bad. All right, let's shut down this computer. Let's get the heck out of here. Soon we're gonna work on this tank too. All right, let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. It was a beautiful day here. And we got a Porsche in our dealership parking lot. There we go. All right, let's roll.